Hello and salutations. Today I'm going to be running a tarot card mission. What I like about this feature is I can build a deck with a certain set of parameters. So, for example, like these are my major tarot cards are right here. So if I click here, increased chance to find rifle, chance for one-handed melee weapons. Here it's armor, purity seals, and so forth and so on. As you can see, heavy weapons, find two-handed melee weapons, and so these are your major. And they have a and here's the effect: create hunt mission, create purge mission, assassinate mission. And this is a variety, like a random mission set for this one. These are your secondary cards. This is actually kind of what I think makes it more interesting. So with this card, 5% experience bonus, and then it gives you a chance to get a relic, but increases mystical difficulty. So, but what it does is you're only allowed. This one's the one death. You're only allowed one death. This is a time duration, right? This one is 25% movement speed to all enemies. That's actually pretty interesting. But you get crafting materials out of the deal, and so this one is actually pretty cool. It gives you more fate points, but in exchange for fate points, when you kill off an enemy, they'll randomly spawn as some type of demon. It can be challenging in certain situations, but it's and plus you get the 5% experience multiplier. So I'm gonna go with this, and this, right? Next one gives me 10%. So artifact, fate points. I'm gonna go with fate points, and then I don't usually play these too hard because, especially if it's the timed one, where you got to do all the missions in the time period. You got to be careful, because if you pick it too difficult and you get caught up on a bunch of ads, you'll burn through your 10 minutes trying to clear out the ads. So let's see what we got here. Last time I had to do the get the data mine from the 3 nodes, which wasn't that bad, and I just skipped as many of the ads as possible to save the time, so I didn't get caught up on Chaos Marines or Nurgle Marines, because even though they're not overly difficult, it just takes 10 to 15 seconds to kind of burn them down. I was contemplating picking up a new CPU, because I think this load time right here is based off of my RAM. It could be hard drive. It just seems like the load times are a little excessive, but not too bad compared to my laptop. But there's what I figured out is there's like 3 basic load screens. So let's see what we got here.
Electrospectral scanning revealed multiple entry
Collect all
nodes
3
to the neurotic
datas.
network.
See,
Locate
10
cogitator
minutes.
stations to get.
I got 10 minutes. Don't die. All 3 datas. The battle rating is 995. My rating is 895. So it's 100 points. So I'm gonna go through gonna try to skip as much stuff as possible, just to get, like, I'm gonna not mess with that Marine and just hit the big groups. Use my AoE effect, which I know will kind of clean up some of the ads. Oh well, they're all right here together. Unfortunately, I'll have to get these. So one of my number 2 key is the shield smash, which does that AoE damage. Initially, I didn't think that was going to be hit my shield. Kind of have to get out for a while and try to try to get away from some of the ads and separate the damage. Try to line them up to where my AoEs will be more efficient. That way they hit all the targets. But yeah, definitely the Chaos Marines are they're not hard. The flamethrower is an interesting weapon type as well, because you can't move. It's a heavy weapon. You can't move when you're using it. But they've done a really good job with the graphics. So you have a kind of a certain amount of vulnerability when you use it, but it'll set you on fire, and then your resistance will cook off, and it won't recharge until you're out of fire. And then once this suppression level gets down to 0, you're vulnerable to like all your so I'll use my secondary skill while I'm still hacking the data. It's also got a knockback effect as well.
Data transfer complete.
Okay, I got it.
Terminating access. We've got a good deal of information, but
There's a bunch. You see on the mini map, there's a bunch of them. So I can pull them up. I'll pull them up real quick. And that's a strategy that I use. As I'll try to get them together so I get these kill streaks. As So yeah, I got 7 minutes left. So if I do 3 minutes, a node, it's not too bad.
Point of entry established. Harvesting data from compromised network. Warning: hostile units inbound.
See, that flamethrower is just gonna cook at me.
Die, unclean.
See, that's a dot right there. You see how my cone effect hammer strike there got all of them. This mission. Let me see. I'm at 6 minutes. Sometimes they throw in a little mini boss. Okay, there we go.
Data transfer complete. Terminating access. We've got a good deal of information, but there's more.
I was considering building a flamethrower build at one point. Using it, that way you just get the supply crate. Right now it gives me two per run. You can customize that based off a certain equipment and perk points that you have. You can get that thing to where it spits out more than 2 per turn, which is kind of interesting. And then you can also get it set up to where you get a random drop off of certain monsters or certain chance. I gotta stop missing these guys. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Up there's a little elite boss. This is one of the turret droppers. See that flamethrower's just cooking off my I gotta get this guy down. Oh, there's 2 more behind me. I'm messing around with these guys. I got 3 minutes to get that last.
For the Emperor.
I spec'd in a little bit of damage reduction, but I need to figure out what how I want to spend the rest of my points, because I need to put some more into damage mitigation. I was trying to spec into keeping my suppression from being so vulnerable, because once that's gone, you're in trouble. Like, you're susceptible to stuns and knockdowns. Yeah, I should have played a little bit more difficult. So that let's see if I can find any bosses in here. Now I can clean up the rest of the mission. I don't got to worry about like missing the time now. Oh, there's a little cave. These guys are elites. They're considered elites. I have yet to see a nemesis. And I'm doing a pure melee build. I do carry a bolt rifle, but I mainly go melee just for the AOE, and I get a one-handed damage perk that from my deflection. So I try to get my deflection up, and but what's interesting is your item level, your batting rating. It's kind of like how WoW does it with an item level or an item rating. It's not really as relevant as the level of the item, because I can go get in the bank and then equip a bunch of low level item stuff, and it's kind of a sliding scale. So really your item level affects the amount of experience you get. So I'll pull half the experience off of so I'll pull 400 and like 43. Oh, what's this? So here, I'll show you my bolter. I'll be able to. So I got some. Oh, I got a little boss over there. Oh, and a safe. See, it's a good thing I just didn't exit out. There you go, a little crit damage. I was trying to spec into a crit as much as possible, and I would kind of, like, some fights I would just melt them down quick. But the issue that I was having is I was too weak on other aspects, so it was really not like a sustainable. Oh, I gotta pop a heal. See, I got a melee Chaos Marine. Nice. Let's go back and see if there's one more. But you see how I just rolled through those guys. What we got here?
Kill the heretic.
Oh, my hit is down a little bit. Before I was hitting for like 220, 326. This is the Warhammer 40k. These missions will randomly roll through a. Sometimes you'll have Nurgle, which is your like infested disease god. Sometimes you'll have the Chaos Marines. So I got to kill like 250 of these exploding barrel things, and then it unlocks the pyro tree. Okay, where am I at? There's a little bolter. You can see it's just I just don't do as much damage. But I can outrange his flamethrower. That takes a little while. Or I can just go. Come on. There we go.
Recoil unclean.
Yeah, you have one hit for 500. But that's how I built this guy up. Is kind of AOE melee. Up close and personal, and it works for the gameplay. They arguably need to do a little bit of dialing in. There we go. They need to do a little bit of dialing in on the range classes. Maybe rework some of the points a little bit better. I should have popped one of my treasures, but I didn't. Totally forgot about it. Okay. Just a couple more and we're out of here. Hopefully I'll get a relic. So they have these item levels. It's white, blue, green, and purple and orange. And orange being the relics, purple being the artifacts. And those are the only two that I really go for, because the white, yellow, and green I just sell for either vendor currency or have the crafting guy break them down and disenchant them. Let me see, we got one right here. Here, I'll do the cone effect. You see, it's beautiful. The animations are beautiful. They've done a really good job. with the animation. You can zoom in and get up close, you know, pivot around so everything's rendered on all three sides. Okay, I think that's everything. Yeah. Let's see. Yep. All right, let's see what we got. Hopefully, it's kind of like a lottery. Hopefully, I get something good out of the deal. Let's see here. Hopefully it gets me, no, 4,700. Okay, it's not too bad. I did one earlier that gave me 7,000, but I kind of forgot that I was on a time limit. Okay. Yeah, see, no artifacts. What we got here? Damage reduction, heat, meh. Deflect chance against range. Suppression. So even though the little fist symbol is, or there on the top right of that card, even though it's at 90, it doesn't necessarily make it better than some of the stuff that I've gotten. A little ray pistol, they call it gravitational pistol. It's resist all 10, damage reduction 37. Yeah. So you can see here like green and then purple being the artifacts. Okay, I have enough for one more. I'm going to stop the video just so my videos aren't too long. Thank you for watching.